And he'll be bringing them right up to the podium. So.
Make sure they stay out of the way.
I like your shirt. I'm a big Ghibli fan. I have 20-some geckos all named after Ghibli characters. So. But today Jim's extracting from South American rattlesnakes.
Will this hurt the snake?
Huh?
Will this hurt the snake?
It's a route. Oh, this will not hurt the snake, no. Nope, it's scary because Jim is big and scary, not just to snakes but to all of us. But it does not hurt them. Okay. We have the catchers. Oh, you do?
All these were born here.
So yeah.
Some of my snakes have been on the venom line 48 years.
This venom is being used
For anything.
this is not anti-venom, this is for treating cancer. So there's a company over in Europe that have already gone through one phase of human trials, and they're just starting back up again for, what is it?
Non-small cell lung cancer.
Non-small cell lung cancer.
Yeah, they just got a grant from the, I think it's called the Beating Cancer or Stopping Cancer Initiative. I think is what it is. It's a European Union.
Yeah, so
thing.
they got a green light from the
Yeah.
EU, and so that's going to be resuming here shortly. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So the venom that we extract from these guys is going for that.
No extra charge for the music.
We should charge them though for having to listen to it.
If you need me, let me know.
Okay.
What's that thing for?
The tube?
Yeah, what is that thing for?
So these guys, because they have a small head and a rather large body, and as a defense they like to flail, Jim runs them up this tube first, and it makes them unable to flail, which keeps them safer because they can't injure themselves, and also keeps Jim safer so they can't fly out of his hand when they bite. So there's a certain protein in their venom called crotoxin. Crotoxin is in a bunch of South American rattlesnakes, also some of the North American rattlesnakes. It's a neurotoxic component, but it has a strong selectivity for cancer cells.
So has Jim got bit before?
Jim has been bitten before. He's been extracting for 48 years, and in 48 years he's had 15 bites. He was bitten by one of these in 2015 while extracting. We use the tubes, we disinfect the tubes in between use, and we use bleach. Bleach oxidizes and we set them out in the sun, so the tube degraded. Before you use it, you should squeeze both ends to make sure it doesn't break. So you,
I made a mistake in not
Jim didn't
checking
do
my
that.
tools before I would use them, like everybody should do.
And the snakes started to flail like they do, and it broke the top of the tube and caught him in his nose.
You got me with one thing. I don't remember leaving the parking lot. I had systemic paralysis. I went into a respiratory arrest twice.
So Jim's not squeezing the venom glands.
No, so there are muscles that surround the venom glands, and when the snake wants to release venom, those muscles contract. And so just like when you flex a muscle, you can feel it happening. Jim can feel the snakes doing that, and he follows through that motion to encourage them to give more venom. So he's following the natural motion the snake's doing. If you sat there and squeezed it like a turkey baster, if you get anything,
It can bruise their.
you would end up injuring their venom glands, which hurts snakes. We like snakes, so we don't want to hurt them. It's counterproductive to venom production because then the snake's not going to be producing venom.
How many times in the same snake do you look?
So we give these guys, they're currently on a once a month rotation. Most species we have every 2 weeks they'll get extracted from, but species that stress more easily or have very small yields will go 3 weeks or longer. Like you could theoretically extract from a snake every day, but it would slowly, the amount would decrease and then you would stress it out to the point where it dies. Not good. So we give them a break because venom is very energetically expensive to produce. They eat readily after extraction, so as soon as he's done with this folding, tomorrow they'll go ahead and they'll get fed. And we feed our snakes more often than those that are not being extracted from because they're using more energy. We also make sure they have access to fresh water at all times because venom is mostly water, so you have to be hydrated to produce it. And then leaving them alone also lowers their stress. If we came into contact with them so much, their stress levels will elevate. Stress does kill. So we try to make the rest of the life as low stress as possible.
Well, also,
Which is a reason that we use a lot of these rack systems for certain species, because they don't see us every time we walk in there, and so they're not going to be striking and beating themselves up.
well, if water it produces venom, then if Jim got bit, then it would be more than a regular venom, right? Than a regular dose.
No, not necessarily. No, every bite is different. You never know how much venom you get injected.
The one thing we have noticed anecdotally is that in captivity, people feeding snakes usually get a worse bite than they get otherwise. Because the animal's expecting, like a Pavlov dog, salivating, just learn that when that door comes open, it's food there. So,
Yeah, and you'll get more venom during food response, because venom is, the reason they produce venom is to subdue prey. It's not for predators. It's great that it works as a predator deterrent, but that's not the reason that it originally evolved.
Well, snakes, while we love to be ordered other snakes, as long as it's not put in a cage.
Yeah.
He's a
Yep.
venomous guy.
How many snakes does it need to extract venom from? You know that vial?
Exactly. Anytime I
There
hear
is no
people,
set amount.
I only
Different
really-
species produce
Yeah.
different amounts of venom. Different sizes of snakes produce different amount of venom. The individual snake controls how much venom they give as well. So some days they might be a little bit more enthusiastic and a little bit more. Some days they just might decide, I'm not going to give anything. So it is possible that one day we could extract from all these snakes and not get a single drop. It's unlikely, because this is a stress. Like, it's a predator-prey interaction. They're scared. They're going to release venom because they think they're going to get killed.
there's also
But
a reason I
it's
don't.
possible.
I try to do this. People
Yeah.
ask why I do it
Saw that.
quickly.
Where does
I'm
the
not really
snake's
doing
venom
it
come
quickly. I'm
from?
doing it safely as I
They have
can do
venom
it,
glands.
but I'm doing it
Different
as
species, like
quickly
most
as
venom
possible.
glands are
Take
above and
less
behind the
stress.
eye. But some species, the venom glands are run down to
If
like
it
the
looks
body.
exciting,
So like the stiletto snake inside of tropics, their venom glands can run 20% of their body weight.
If they run out, can they make more?
They never give all of their venom. They always have some venom. One of Jim's worst bites was following an extraction from a Cape Cobra, and it caught him with one fang in his thumb.
Do they sometimes not get any venom?
Yep, that happens. So the big king cobra on display, there was one time, if you guys wouldn't mind stepping over here, I'll get you over in just a second. There was one time he was extracted from, he gave no venom. There's more than one time he was extracted, he gave no venom, but he doesn't see us as a predator, so he's not releasing it. But I'm gonna get this next group in so they can watch. If you guys wouldn't mind rotating on out. And if you have any other questions then, feel free to ask Sam. If you can't answer them, let me know and I'll fire him.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.